What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing great on this Sunday? I know I am. We had a good day yesterday. Had a lot of money wise. I think we wound up making about $7,000-8,000, something like that. I think the final report was like $7,300 income yesterday, so that was great. Did not get into the office yesterday. Did just a little bit of work at the house, and then we had a wedding to go to, and we had an event earlier in the day that we did as well. So yesterday was for the most part kind of family, social time, all that sort of deal. Makes me glad that we have, like I said in my last video, that we have depth in our organization. One of the things that allowed us to get to that depth, to have several people that can step in and do different jobs with our company, which allows us to have a lot of freedom and allows us to make a lot more money than we otherwise would be able to, is the willingness to go on offense. We're always playing offense. We play okay defense. We watch our expenses. We don't spend unnecessarily, but we're going to go after it. We're going to be throwing the ball. We ain't going to be doing little. We ain't going to be aiming at 4 or 5 yard runs. There'll be some 4 or 5 yard runs mixed in with some long passes downfield, where we're really going after it. We're very much an offensive organization. Guys, you're not going to play defense and you're not going to save your way to success. You can have the best defense in the world on a football field, but if you don't have an offense that can go out and score points, you're not going to be successful. So if you're watching every single penny and you're playing good defense, watching every penny, but you haven't gone out and you haven't gotten the offensive players, you haven't spent the money on the offensive players, you haven't invested in the offensive players to go out there and score points, you're not going to win games. So and that's how we've always approached business. And you need to do the same thing. You need to not only be in, there's a lot of different things you need to invest on. One of the very first things is invest in yourself. Invest in more knowledge for yourself. Conferences. Go to conferences. Invest in books. I'm reading all the time. I average about a book a week. So I'm reading close to I'm reading about 40 books a year. So just under a book a week is what I'm reading. I'm always gathering knowledge, and I'm getting out there and I'm writing. I've already written one book on starting a junk removal business. I'm writing another now this next book will probably take a year and a half to release. It's about it's about just more general business and stuff and all like that. It's going to be a couple hundred pages compared to this last book. I think was 52 pages. So invest in yourself. You got to invest in the people and equipment so you can. You have the availability to help more people. You need to have right before you actually must have a new truck. You need to be buying another truck. You need to be adding a second crew right before the point where you start to get booked out day after day after day. You need to be adding a second crew. So you need to hire people, and you need to have enough equipment to run multiple routes. Guys, I say this all the time, you got to invest in advertising and sales. So you have to put the time yourself into cold calls. And unless y'all run your business absentee, which JRA, we can really make junk removal a hell of an investment for you. We don't require you to be in there day to day. So you can, and we'll run your dispatch, we'll run your the call centers, and then there's only about 10-15 hours worth of work a week you'd have to do. We can take care of everything else, make it a great investment for you. But if this is your day, if this is your full-time job, you need to be in there. You need to be making the time. You need to be doing sales calls. You need to be hosting luncheons for realtors. You need to be attending Chamber of Commerce meetings. You got to get your name out there and reach more people. Remember, the most important thing in business is the number of people you can help. If that number goes up, your business goes up, you become much more successful. Everybody goes through slow periods. We all go through a slow period. What do we do in a slow period is what helps separate us, is the reason we were able to get to $2 million after our 5th year, is the fact that when we get slow, we go on the offensive. So we're getting after it. We're making sales calls. We're researching new advertising we might try. Our theory on advertising is if we can break even on advertising, we're going to do it. Sometimes we do advertising even if we lose a little money. Keep that truck rolling. That's a repeat customer. That's a review that's going to come in. That's a potential referral. And once the truck's on the road too, that's a potential somebody else is going to see it going down the road. We have those moving billboards going down the road. You need to keep them moving so people get out there and see them. For example, a football team, if you get out to a 2-3 touchdown lead, over a competitor. Some teams will just start. They'll get a little lax on offense, and that other team's going to start coming back. Coming back. They think they're going to try and hang on with defense, but that other team starts coming back and coming back. Guys, it gets to the point. If they narrow it down to a touchdown or two, yeah, I want my defense to try and prevent them from scoring, but I'm going to do everything I can to keep scoring. At that point, if I can match them touchdown to touchdown, I'm going to win the game. So just recently, if you get slow, if you have a slow period, or if you if your expenses go up, like I'll give you an example we had in just a second. You get a really large bill. Just recently, within the last year, we had some expenses that all of a sudden started going up. Our workers' comp, we had a fraudulent workers' comp claim in addition to a good claim slightly before. So our workers' comp rates are 30-40% more than somebody else. I mean, we're paying $50,000 plus in a year on workers' comp. And so what we did is we went on the offense. We got out there. We hired somebody to come in and manage advertising, manage our AdWords, and we spent more money. We spent more money instead of trying to save money to fix some things that we had going on and get out and reach more people. And that's what a lot of y'all are doing incorrectly, is you're waiting on having the money to spend it on advertising and to spend it on investments and stuff like that. Instead, you actually have to almost spend it before. If you wait to have the money, you're never going to get it. So as soon as you just got to go out there, and when you have just a little bit of money, and you might have to put off paying a bill or something. There might be something you have to put off to do it, but you got to go ahead. You got to get in the game, and you got to spend that money. You got to make that investment, and that's the only way you're going to grow. If you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to get the same exact results you always have. And that's just the name of the game. That right there has been probably the largest thing. That's separated us. That's the reason we're at where we are, and some of our competitors been in business the exact same time as we have or not, is we spent money before we had it. And we went out and got something before we needed it. We hired somebody before it was required. We always were ahead of the game instead of behind it. And if you can get ahead of the game, then you're good. And now listen, guys, like in a football game, a lot of teams, they mess up, and the sports teams will mess up. They get ahead and they let off the gas. And all of a sudden, there's been many a comeback that has happened because that team has let off the gas. The team in the head has let off the gas. And that other team starts to narrow it down. Well, the problem is the winning team's lost the momentum. That team that's coming up from behind, they're after it. They have nothing to lose at that point, and they've got the momentum. If you lose the momentum, it's going to be hard to ever recover. It's going to be hard to ever get it back. So you got to, if you're ahead by 3-4 touchdowns, you stay on the gas. You do not let off the gas. You don't put in your second string until just a couple minutes remaining in the game. You stay on the gas, otherwise you're going to lose that momentum, and that leaves a comeback open. A potential comeback open for the losing team. So we're here to help everybody. 919-466-9322. Working all day today. Give me a call, or you can email me, lee@junkremovalauthority.com, or visit us at junkremovalauthority.com. We got an awesome new website. We'll be getting everybody the details on in about 3 weeks. It's going to be going live. 3 to 4 weeks going live. It's going to provide more information, a lot of free information. It's going to be a much better site than our present site, which is kind of like a placeholder. So call us again, 919-466-9322. Thanks, guys.